we've got some questions about a bit more about cocoa farmers that have just come in. So I'll read it out and then we'll decide who answers. Yeah. So how many cocoa farmers are part of the partnership programme that you run? Do they own the land that they farm? How big is the farm, or is it lots of little farms? And what does the Cocoa Partnership do? And that's from Jeannie Wiley. So I don't know if you want to talk a bit first, Michael, about cocoa farming in Ghana and how it's set up.
Well, I'll talk about cocoa farming in Ghana first.
Yeah,
and talk about
the partnership.
In Ghana, you have over 700,000 small-scale producers producing cocoa. And what this means is that it's a major livelihood activity for many Ghanaians. We have only 22 million Ghanaians, so over 700,000 are into cocoa farming. Multiply that by 6, that's the average family size. Then you're talking about a really huge number of people whose livelihoods are actually depending on cocoa. And most of these farms over the years have actually decreased because you have families growing and the land being subdivided for members of the family. So what you have is actually about 1 to 2 acre size of land for most families. And so this is the nature of the activities in Ghana. And just to say that cocoa is a major agricultural export for Ghana. And it means that the country's livelihood actually depends on cocoa farming partly.
Yeah, great. And in terms of talked about, so how many cocoa farmers are part of the partnership programme? We're working with 100 communities, and we estimate that's around 10,000 farmers. And our approach is to work with local ground, and this is why we're so delighted that we can work with Michael now, because he knows Ghana so well and has worked there. Will really bring some expertise to us. But we're already working with 3 groups. So we're working with VSO, CARE and World Vision, and also working with the United Nations Development Programme to guide us on the best way to work in Ghana. And actually the model is about empowerment. So we are working in partnership at a village level. The villagers have just actually set what they call community action plans, whereas a village, they've come together and mapped out on a big board in the village really how they'd like their village to run in the next 10 years, what do they like to achieve. So is it a well, is it a roof for the school, what is it that they want for their village, and how they're going to go about achieving that, and then how do we enable them to do that. So this is where really the vision of the Cocoa Partnership really dovetails into the Fairtrade Foundation work. And I think what's quite critical is that the foundation brings trade to this. So this is about this isn't about aid, this is about people's livelihoods and actually helping cocoa farming become more sustainable for them. And that might actually be, we were talking to a farmer recently who has sort of added other crops. So his wife grows some palm oil as well, so they actually have an additional income stream to actually help them with the family income, and that's another thing we're looking at, whether we can help farmers grow more than one crop as well. So
yeah, I think Alison, you've been a bit conservative on your figures actually. I mean, even if we are taking the current model in Ghana, where we have 2,500 tons of cocoa being sold, and we have 45,000 members. Looking at the partnership, we will be actually tripling that. Okay. So from our experience, we know that we're going to work with over 100,000 farmers in these communities. And so that is on a good side.
Fancy us being conservative, that makes change, doesn't it?
Which is conservative. But I think the other side of what you've said, which is actually right, and which is one of the tenets of our approach in terms of fair trade, is sustainable businesses. Not aid, not charity, but sustainable businesses and over a long period of time. And what this brings to many farmers is that over a long period of time, they'll be able to sustain their cocoa growing, get enough income, and look at models of diversification so that they can diversify their livelihood activities into other areas, as we said, growing palm trees or beekeeping, or in other areas that will be beneficial to them. So they are not solely depending on cocoa. If cocoa prices go down, they can actually sustain their lives from other production activities. So we believe that whatever angle you look at it, it's a great deal, and we will be supporting many farmers in Ghana.